And being able to do some of the testing yourself, did that help you with establishing trust in the system that you were building?
It did, and I was thinking more about this, and I think that if any company, whether it be small or large, is wanting to invest and believes they could get some real business leverage out of technology, you got to have someone involved from a business perspective, and you do have to be a little bit hands-on, and testing is a good way to do that because one, that gives you confidence. So I'm very confident that the results, I'm sure they're like when they're written by a human, I'm sure they're errors, but I rarely, if ever, see them. So I'm very confident of the quality of the output. But also through that, I've kind of learned, what the difficulties and what the good. With any technology, there are things that it does very well, and there are things that it's still evolving to do.
Wonderful.
And so I've learned through that, not necessarily with RAG, because that's kind of, PDF documents and tabular data, we work through that sort of stuff, but with AI, generative AI, to understand how, what its capabilities really are. Yes, it can generate, summaries out of existing stuff. That's really easy. When we asked it to generate out of the central bank, the RBA data, to generate, an analysis for each sector of the stock market about how that it did a really good job. And then when I went and said, oh, that's really interesting. It's right. It's interesting, but I didn't remember reading it in the central bank document. So you go back and it's not there. But the underlying facts are there. So it's right. So what you're learning is that generative, to some level, you can rely on generative AI to analyze and extrapolate.